Alright, today we're going to be talking about the 5 pros and cons of being in the military and what you should know before you join the military. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about the pros. The first pro when joining the military is learning a job that you like. So many people, they'll go to college for, get their 4-year degree and end up not liking their job or their career. What the military is, you can get, actual on-the-job training and learn more about a specific career that you might be interested in, whether that is, the medical field, or you wanted to be a mechanic, or maybe you want to get in the dental. You can get all the training the military provides and see if it's a good fit for you, so you don't end up getting a degree in something that you don't like. So I think that's one major pro. Alright, so number 2. The second pro for joining the military, or that you should know before you get into the military, is a consistent pay. Now, a lot of people, and even myself, we all say, we don't get paid a lot in the military. But at the recording of this video, there's a pandemic going around, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. And with the military, no matter what's going on in the world, on the 1st and 15th, you will be getting the paycheck. So a lot of people say, oh, if you get a job, on the civilian world, it's pretty reliable, but I mean, you can't just get fired in the military, right? You have to do something bad, like really bad, to get kicked out or for something to happen to your pay. So that's another major pro of being in the military. Alright, so let's talk about pro number 3. Ooh, 3. And that's gonna be the benefits, okay? A lot of people join the military for the benefits because they're really good, right? That's gonna be your dental, medical, vision, if you need prescriptions, the GI Bill, the VA loan, the list goes on, right? There's a lot of great benefits to joining the military, and that's why a lot of people do it. And let's say if you do get hurt, there is the VA, so after, you get out the military, you can bring it up and say, it's like a military-related injury, and you even get compensated when you get out the military. So they do take care of you, and that's one of the main reasons why people actually join. So, all right, pro number 4, that's gonna be the experiences. And now, what do I mean by experiences? You go through a lot in the military, but you always look back at it, and you just reflect. And even though times may have been rough, it makes you stronger as a person, or going through those similar situations, with your battle buddies or your friends, makes it all worth it. Like basic training, I look back at it, man, and it was fun. We did a lot of dumb stuff, but those are just memories and things that you look back on that make it all worth it. And also traveling. So in the military, you travel a lot. Like my first duty station was in Korea, and being over there is a different culture, environment. The food, the customs and courtesies are a lot different. And just seeing the world and being in different places, just really exciting and fun. And that's like one of the major benefits of being in the military. So, all right, now the 5th and final pro, in my opinion, that's personally helped me. This is gonna be for the younger audience, for people who are still in high school or just getting out. This is gonna be that the military helps you mature, right? Especially in basic, you kind of have to learn how to, take care of yourself and provide for yourself, right? So that's gonna be, getting ready in the morning, whether it's 4:35 a.m. in the morning to go work out, right? To go work out, or let's say, getting ready for work after you work out, eating properly, even doing your own laundry. And even though some people may do that, a lot of people don't, right? So I think it just helps you mature, especially, being on time. There's a lot of intangibles that you learn being in the military: discipline, respect. There's a lot of things you learn, and I just think that it's a good experience. Even if you don't want to stay in, at least for your first contract, you're going to learn a lot about yourself and grow as a person. So all right, now that we got done talking about pros, let's hop up into the cons. So the first con, negative you could say, is going to be that you are in a contract. Right, so what does that mean? Okay, so you sign a contract saying you're going to do this amount of time, and you don't get out until this date, right? So once you sign that contract, you are literally stuck. You are stuck. You can't just get up, quit your job, take off your rank, take off this, take off your, your uniform and say you quit. You really can't quit. Not to say that there's not ways to get out. There definitely is, but it's not gonna benefit you, right? It's gonna look bad on your record. Unless something happens to you, you get medically injured, then you may be able to get out. But once you sign that contract, just know what you're signing up for, because you have to finish your time. So be aware of that. All right, con number 2, and this is gonna be you age quicker, right? I know it sounds crazy, but let me go into further detail about what I mean. So in the military, a lot of people get hurt, right? They get injured. That could have been from basic training, or that could be from doing exercise every morning, even though you're hurt and they don't believe you, and you still got to go just because you got to be there on time. And if you do try to get help, some people look down on it and say, oh, you can't be going to sick call, toughen up, right? So they instill that mentality into you, like, just to fight through it. And that's a big problem, because a lot of people do get injured. And even if you look at the people who've been in for a while, 20 plus years, they all have injuries. It's rare that you find someone who's perfectly healthy and has done 20 plus years. You're right. They all got knee problems, back problems, mental problems, from PTSD, from going to war. So that's something you should take and consider. And if you're in the military and you're going through this, just make sure you take care of your body, because really you want to be as healthy as possible. So that's just my tip. All right, this is going to be con number 3, and this is going to be about rank / leadership. Okay, so when you're in the military, it goes by rank. So when you go to your first duty station or whatever it may be, you're gonna have NCOs that have been in that MOS for a longer period of time than you, and they know more about it than you, and they're gonna guide you, kind of be like your mentor, And there's a lot of great leadership out there. The military, there's a lot of great leaders that help you get through, whether it's life, not just military in specific, but they can help you outside of work, or give you advice. But the main problem is like, a lot of times not a lot of people are ready to have rank on their chest, and they make you do stuff that you don't want to do, as long as it's not an unlawful order, or it's not unmoral and ethical. But even if it doesn't make sense, or there's a better way to do it, and maybe you give them advice on how they could do better, at the end of the day, they have the rank. So that's the only thing that sucks about it, but it could be good and bad. So, all right, con number 4, and this is going to be that you can deploy anytime. So nowadays it's not as nearly as bad as it was, back in the day, like early 2000s. And deployments are not always bad. It just can be like the time that you're away. Maybe if you have family, a wife, a daughter, a son, or you take care of somebody. When you get deployed, you're gone for about 9, to 12 months at a time. So that can be really frustrating and a hardship, on your family or on yourself, mentally and physically. But deployments, are really not that bad. Just being overseas. I mean, you can go to Germany, Korea. That's not considered deployment, but Afghanistan, Iraq. Just being away from your family, and that can happen at any time. They do give you a notice, a fair warning that you could be going on this date. So it's not like overnight you're just gone and you can't say bye or nothing. You do get they do tell you, so that's just something you gotta be aware of. And it can get dangerous, when you put your right hand up. You do swear to defend your country, so just be ready if something does happen, that you're willing to put your life on the line for this. So alright, so this is gonna be the fifth con, and this kind of relates to the last one, the previous one I just gave, and this is time away from family. This is more specifically towards you people who are not really married or anything, or even if you are married, but just like when you get your first duty station, you're gonna be sent to somewhere you've never been, and you really don't have any say where you're going. Whether that's overseas, it could be somewhere in the States, Texas, Washington, Georgia, Louisiana. There's a lot of different places that you can go, and you don't really have any say, so you're gonna be far away from your family, and you're really just gonna be on your own. So a lot of people, they don't really have no one to talk to, or maybe they're not close to their family. But for those who are, and it's gonna be hard, growing up on your own, being away from family, your loved ones. So that's just something you want to be aware of. And yeah, alright, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys like this information, and if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns about the military, or you just want more information or have a quick question, feel free to drop it down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to go ahead and answer that for you guys. Other than that, this has been a pleasure recording this video for you guys, and make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this video and you want more content like this. And yeah, pretty much, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.